Fresh concerns are mounting over persistent gas emissions in BILLE community, the Gama local government area of Rivers State, with residents and civil society organizations calling on the federal government to declare a state of emergency over the situation. They said the continued gas bubbling across the oil-producing community poses a serious threat to lives, livelihoods, and the environment. Correspondent Mayan Acumen completes this report.
Civil society organizations and residents of BILLE community in Rivers State are calling for urgent government intervention over what they describe as worsening gas emissions in the area. The call was made in Abuja during the presentation of a documentary and report titled BILLE is Highly Flammable, produced by Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa (CAPA). The report documents widespread gas bubbling from wells, homes, creeks, mangrove swamp, and even school premises. Residents say the situation has persisted since October 2025, leaving communities living in fear of a possible explosion. CAPA Executive Director Akimbode Oluwafemi says investigation by government agencies reportedly detected high concentrations of methyl, hydrogen sulfide, and carbon dioxide, as well as groundwater contamination and declining air quality. He says residents are also experiencing skin rashes, respiratory illness, vomiting, and other health challenges as a result of the situation.
We are calling for a transparent and coordinated response involving relevant government institutions, regulators, operators, independent experts, and most importantly, the people of BILLE themselves must be involved. The people whose lives are affected must not be spectators in decisions about their own future. They must be at the center of the investigation, the response, and the solution. Government agencies should publicly release the results of tests already conducted and clearly explain the risks and necessary precautions to residents. The NUPRC should undertake a comprehensive audit of oil and gas infrastructure in BILLE, including active, aging, idle, or abandoned facilities.
The Vice President of the BILLE Community Youth Federation, Timothy Agumbiade, the situation has become a dangerous gas leak with serious consequences for residents' health, fishing activities, and environment. He criticized the government's response, saying the emergency equipment provided to the community would be inadequate without trained personnel and a comprehensive emergency response plan.
The reason being that this thing began 2025, as it has been recorded, and is increasing by the day. As I speak with you, I left home yesterday. I can guarantee you that by the time I get back home, there will be more places bubbling. And if you want a chronological documentation of that, I can provide it. The places that were not bubbling before, about since the 6th of July when Kappa came, is bubbling now, and bubbling more seriously. And the pungent smell is palpable. Then it's affecting people's health.
Stakeholders at the event, including environmental advocates and policy experts, are urging the government to immediately release the finding of ongoing investigation. They also want unsafe oil and gas infrastructure repaired or decommissioned, while calling for medical and humanitarian support for affected residents. They further say residents should be evacuated if science assessments established that the community faces an imminent threat.
I think we should, as a matter of urgency, ask that the government should evacuate every living thing in BILLE, because it is a time bomb. One day we'll wake up and there will be nothing, and we will regret why we did not take some actions. So I will wish that Kappa mentioned actions here. I think let's progress from talking to taking action. If there is anything we can do to reverse these things.
with residents continuing to live under the threat of the possible environmental and public health disaster. Stakeholders are demanding swift and coordinated action from the federal government before the situation escalates. From Abuja, Marian Inahimion, MITV Plus News.